Hi everyone, I am Hannelore. I'm a Belgian student studying in Sao Paulo in Brazil. Why did I choose Brazil? To be honest, I didn't. I really badly wanted to go to Canada, but as in your year, it was very popular in my year. And since I started in February, I knew that the chance of me getting Canada was rather small. So I started listing all the other schools according to like the level, and then I checked according to how beautiful is the country because of course you also want to travel a little bit. And then I saw that the school here in Sao Paulo was pretty high ranked, and of course Brazil is paradise. It's the country is so big and they have so many beautiful beaches, so many beautiful cities to visit. They literally have everything. So that's why I chose Brazil. How did you prepare yourself? Uh, I didn't prepare myself that much. I mean, the closer you get to the dates that you leave, the more nervous you start getting. But I left 3 or 4 days after my last exam, so I didn't really have a lot of time to get nervous. I basically looked up some bloggers, students who had been studying here before, people who wrote about what it's like to live here. I also bought a book about Brazil. I haven't really used it to its fullest, if you know what I mean, but basically, you just. I also took a Portuguese class at the University of Ghent, but didn't pay off that much. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, checked the weather so that I know how I had to pack. How is Brazil compared to Belgium? Well, it's totally different. Starting with the people are so much warmer, a lot warmer, so much nicer. Belgian people are rather cold and distant. People here are not like that at all. They are very sweet. They always will try to help you, even though they don't know a word of English, which is the biggest problem here. Um, when it comes to food, everything is fried. When you order pizzas, they're like this big and it's all cheese. Everything is covered in cheese. They eat rice and beans with everything. If you order, for example, steak with fries, you will get rice on the side, which is pretty weird. So they have two carbs most of the time. You also have this, yeah, there are a lot of fried snacks and stuff, but I don't know. I think the food, I miss a lot of veggies from Belgium because also their veggies they fry their bananas. Of course, not all the time, but yeah, the food is pretty different. Infrastructure and price of living. Well, it's most people think Brazil is gonna be cheap because people have this view of South America that they're like that it's cheaper or whatever, but it's totally not like that. I mean, I cannot speak for all of Brazil, but here in Sao Paulo, no difference with Belgium at all. It's even more expensive. Some things for the little jars of Nutella, you pay like 6 or 7 euros. Imported things are very expensive. Shampoo of L'Oreal, things like that. But the price of living, Asha and I are living in an apartment, so the two of us, pretty safe neighborhood, very close to the center where it's all happening, and we pay together like 1,100 something. But we have some friends living in these student accommodations, which we didn't know existed. So you should definitely ask your schools because Artevelde didn't really tell us about this. But we have a lot of friends living there, and it depends. If you want a shared room, you pay like 3 or 400. If you want your own room, own bathroom, you pay 600 euros. So it's very expensive here. And apart from that, the city is really big. We have as much inhabitants as we have more than in Belgium, total of Belgium, so that's pretty crazy. People take the Uber a lot. I don't know if you know it, which also costs a lot of money because we live like 30 minutes by walking from the school. And on Monday we have class at 7:30, so we're not gonna walk, and we then take the Uber. So you have to take lots of costs into account. Also, the food not cheaper than in Belgium, not at all. How did you went about the accommodation? We, like I said, we didn't know about the student housing. It's not. The thing is that they aren't connected to the school, so that's why we didn't know about them. But in a lot of cities, there are accommodations for students, so check that out. But we just basically checked Airbnb and we looked for apartments in the safest neighborhoods because that's what our parents, yeah, really thought was important. So that's how we found our place. What courses do you have? We have six courses in English and one in Portuguese. We have Conjugura, Analisa de Conjugura Global, which is a Portuguese one. Then we have US Brazil relations, doing business in Brazil. We have regional studies, China and Asia. We have then something about doing business in China as well. We have international negotiation, and that's about it. The way of teaching in Brazil compared to Belgium. Well, the level of English on campus, the teachers, I don't know. We have some really good English speaking teachers, but then we have some which the level is like lower than the teachers in Artevelde. No, but some are really not so good. The way of teaching a lot more laid back, just like the people. The first week when we were in class, we saw this couple, and the guy was rubbing the shoulders of his girlfriend who was sitting in front of him. And we thought this was pretty not done in Belgium. Also, people leave to answer their phones. People leave to go get more water. People leave to get a snack. It's pretty, yeah, in the beginning, you think like, oh, those people have no respect for their teachers, but it's just culture. It's the way they do it here. Also, with attendance lists, they just get passed around in class during the lecture. It's, yeah, the way of teaching is pretty different, but it's fun. Um, what is the level of English day to day? Well, bad. No one knows Portuguese. I mean, no one. Maybe five people out of 200 or 300 know. And but yeah, if you know Spanish, you have a huge advantage, I must say. And if you plan on coming here, take a little Portuguese or bring a little translate, like a little book or something, which will definitely help you out. But you manage. I mean, we have a lot of Spanish friends, and you will meet people here who know English, and you'll get around. And do I feel safe here? Well, I'm here for 3 months now, and nothing really happened to me. Some of my friends' phones got stolen, especially when you go to Rio de Janeiro. It's pretty dangerous there, and other states like Salvador de Bahia. Some states are more dangerous than others, but Sao Paulo, we are located in a pretty safe neighborhood, and if you stay safe and if you always are in group, I mean, you don't have to go walking around at night alone, of course. But if you take care, if you don't walk around texting all the time, then basically you should be okay. I mean, of course, they pickpocket, happens a lot, especially around Carnival when there's the blockus, which are parties in the streets. A lot of friends got robbed, and sometimes you're walking on the street and they just like grab it out of like pull it out of your hands and they bike away and you lost your phone. But basically, this sort of thing happens everywhere. So no, I don't feel especially unsafe here in Brazil. Of course, knocking on the wood that nothing will happen in the coming months. But basically, I think even because the question that was asked was, as a girl, do you feel less safe? I mean, no. Everyone here, it's not that they um, will harass you because you're a girl. People in general here are very touchy and warm. So yesterday I was walking on the street and there was this dance going on, and people just come up to you and dance. You don't know the people, and they just dance with each other, and it's fun. But you have to get used to it. They hug, they kiss, they are very warm. But it's not because I'm a girl that I get like, of course, sometimes when you go out and they hear that you're from another country and they hear that you're talking in English, they will be like, ah, gringa, gringa, and you will get special attention. But no, I don't feel unsafe here. So, yeah, Brazil is a beautiful country, and Sao Paulo is a great city to study in. It's super amazing to go out, and it's awesome to travel in the rest of Brazil. So, if any of you are doubting or have any questions,